Hello and welcome to Jujutsu Kai Quest. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jim.
And welcome to our Jujutsu Kaisen episode by episode discussion podcast thing.
Hell yeah, it's also Wednesday. Jujutsu Kaisen Wednesday.
Jim's the only one celebrating that.
We got a great comment. I think it was on our Discord that was like, the excitement that Jim has to announce that it's Wednesday
is Wednesdays, my dudes.
And yeah, it's I hope you're enjoying your Jujutsu Kaisen Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday.
Welcome to Wednesday, sure. And we're on episode 22, the origin of obedience today. And yeah,
the origin of obedience.
Apparently this is the start of the death painting arc.
Interesting.
So,
I didn't really like this episode.
It's a lot of setup. It
was exclusively setup. The only things I liked about it were the fact that we're getting backstory into my favorite character. Yes. That isn't Toga.
That isn't Maki or Toga.
Or that isn't Maki. Oh man, there's so many. I like all the tertiary characters. Where are they?
Hey, I'm just happy we got backstory for like 90% of them or 80% of them.
So going into this is my fear was like, oh no, is the tournament arc ending going to be like a bad thing for the show?
I told Jim, it's like, it's a bad thing when the wiki itself has a new character like tab and it's like 4 characters are in there.
Once again, I know it's funny how negative we're coming in. I don't really hate this episode, but this show has so many characters. The fact that it's introducing more characters at us. Why?
Because I think we talked before, brother. This show doesn't want to kill off any characters, it seems. So,
yeah. Oh wait, sorry. There's something I wanted to bring up.
Yes.
So this is kind of relevant.
Yes.
So recently they announced they're doing a Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie. Have you heard about this?
I heard about the movie. Yeah, it's like a prologue.
Yes. So technically, Jujutsu Kaisen is a sequel.
So the 0 came before this?
Yes, 0 was a short manga. It was like a mini, I guess. That's like American terms. I think it was like 4 issues.
It wasn't like a I guess what's the word for it? Like a teaser or like just like a mini series.
It was like made to be a mini series, and that's where
this wasn't like the like the application kind of thing of like this is like his like it's like Bao is the JoJo kind of thing.
Oh no!
Like this is what he did to like try to get like a Shonen Jump slot.
Yeah, I don't know what like maybe our commenters can explain, but I know that this came out before because people call it a prequel. Mm-hmm. Technically, it's not. Technically, Jujutsu Kaisen is a sequel.
Yeah.
And that's just the original thing. So that's I don't know if you remember, but like forever ago, they mentioned a character who was like really epic. This is like the first when they showed Toto and Maki for the first time, or Toto and Maki's sister,
Mai.
And they mentioned this guy, and apparently he's like the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Okay. So. Which the original name of it is like...
It's interesting to them doing a movie different. Without any of the characters from...
Yeah.
Is that way before everything?
Not way before. It's like a few years before, I think.
Okay, so it's not like you won't see like Gojo or anybody like the adult characters.
I don't know.
That are young or something.
So I thought maybe we should wait till that comes out and then watch that and then talk about it on the podcast rather than read the... Because I was really thinking like, oh, should we read this like prequel manga? Well, technically not prequel. But we're just going to wait, I think, until the movie comes out and we'll watch it then.
Yeah. So...
Sorry, tangent. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
So yeah, like we said, this is like a very setup heavy for the next... I guess this mini arc, there's only like 2 other episodes after this.
Yeah, I think so. We're nearing the end of our Jujutsu Kai quest.
I know. Heartbreaking.
I don't know what I'm going to do after this.
But it's nice to at least have our team back together, kind of going back on a mission together and not like, you know... That one time before, then he died, and then went through training arc and with another side arc with a new friend that died, and then met up with all these new friends like right away.
Even though it's supposed to be like a return to normalcy, this doesn't feel normal. Like
no,
Yuji barely did. Like there was literally like the curse womb, the poison womb arc. That was like the only arc that they were like together as
because during like
was Girl there?
What? Nabar?
Was Nabar even there in that arc?
Yeah, she was there. She would train with them. I remember she was with them in there because they both thought he was dead from there.
Okay. And I'm just forgetting. It's been so long since we watched episode, what was it, 3, I think?
The first 3 or 4. The first batch of them.
Yeah.
But, no, yeah, they were all together. And then he went to the other arc with Junpei, and then that ended. And then he finally popped back in for the
because that's when they faked his death.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, he didn't fake it. He did technically die, but he didn't want to tell anybody that he got better.
They faked his non-death.
Yes. So there's a bunch of mysterious deaths going on from like people that were at like a middle school that we learned that Megumi went to, and they basically got to figure it out while Mojito is scheming. Still,
So
he's back to square one.
this is one of those things where I was like, kind of like, oh, an awful lot of coincidences happening in this episode. Like
we said, like I guess he just really want like an overarching like villains throughout like a group of villains, but like Mojito's the only one I could see surviving. He has the most personality out of like all of them, it seems. But I
don't like Mojito very much. I want Mojito to go away.
Jim's like, I only want Mojito when he's a schoolgirl.
Yes, I only want Mojito when he's a schoolgirl or when it's an iced beverage in my hands.
Yes,
that's the only times I want Mojito.
When Jim starts liking him, that's when he will pronounce his name correctly.
But so I don't know. I was just like, Mojito again, like.
Yeah.
Because we were teased. So basically, to go over this really quickly, there is a curse that is manifesting based on people that went to a cursed bridge to do bungee jumping.
Because it was a test of courage.
Yeah, so delinquents did it.
Yeah.
And it seems to trigger the effect of, like, doors, like automatic doors will be open for you. I don't know if that's supposed to imply like the curse is waiting at the door for you.
Yeah.
But so I think they said up to 2 weeks. Maybe I'm wrong because I was like not interested in this episode. But they were like up to 2 weeks from. So you start seeing it happen. 2 weeks later, you die.
Yeah.
That was pretty much what happened.
Kind of like the whole like, you die in 7 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like. I don't know too much about Japanese curses.
It's probably very similar to Japanese curses. I mean, Japanese
curses
feels
in line with
Japanese curses love time to countdown for timers where you die. Kind of thing.
Because it's like all that suspense of like, oh my god, I have 7 days.
So we also have a new teacher character that we're introduced to, Akari Nita, who's the blonde. I like her design a lot.
I like that she has so she dyes her hair.
Yeah.
And her roots are coming in. I like that because like she has brown hair, but she dyes it blonde. I like that little detail because it just shows that she's probably like a little overworked and she doesn't have time for herself.
I hope we get like a fun little like spin-off chapter or arc where just the teachers have to deal with shit. Because like I like a lot of teacher characters in this, or they're very interesting.
I like that. I theoretically like this character, but I'm just asking myself, like, why? Why are we getting another teacher assistant character?
We could have had the driver guy in there.
We could have had Nita. Is that his name? The glasses guy.
Sure.
The guy we like.
Yeah. Yeah. It gives an N. There's too many names, man. I'm historically bad with names, so like I can't help you.
Because we could have had Nita. We could have had the guy that drives the car, the glasses guy. We could have had Gojo.
We could have had.
I guess we couldn't have had Gojo.
We could have had. I don't know. If the other teacher was still there from the tour mark, she could have been a guest helper, like coming over.
Yeah. It just makes me think like how many fucking people are just like waiting in like rooms at Jujutsu High School that are just not doing anything at the current
apparently
moment.
A lot because.
And it's funny because we've only seen like 6 students from the school.
From this school,
from like the Jujutsu Kaisen,
that branch, yes, because there's still the other school. There's Tokyo and Kyoto branch, the only 2 we've seen.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I remember they made an offhand detail about how in the summer months there's less curses or something.
I think so.
So maybe school is like out during the summer. That's why we haven't seen a lot of characters.
But you still got to deal with curses, and there's obviously some overarching group of bad guys that are like especially they've been know they have to deal with.
Do you think that like when the writer was making all the bad guy characters, he's like, oh shit, I made too many bad guys, I have to start adding more good guys to balance it out?
Yes.
So he just starts inserting new ones in like every few chapters.
A robot man and a panda and a blood guy.
But this is my problem with this. It's like I am really into a few of the characters that we've already seen. When you add more characters, you're just like making more chances for me to not see those characters I like anymore.
Yeah. You've so many group of characters I want to see just hang out or maybe do a mission together. Like, you can do these mishmashes that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It falls in the problem I have with Naruto, where like you could have all these cool side characters and then they just never get used or very rarely get used.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like you want to see more of them. Why introduce these cool, interesting, unique gimmicks without actually doing anything with them?
I feel like it's the writing equivalent to your eyes being bigger than your stomach.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're promising so many of these. You're promising a world that is so much bigger than what you have the capacity to tell.
At least the one thing I appreciate, like he did it, from the anime, that he gave all those side characters like a backstory, like 80% of them. Like the only one, who do we get a backstory for? Like really anything for Toto.
And
actual backstory. We have a little bit, not like backstory. We have like some history with him and see his character.
The blindfold guy was the one that we really didn't get like.
We got a little bit though. It showed him as a kid, I think.
Oh shit, you're right. I think they did, and we learned about him through like exposition.
Yeah, but... and Miwa, we don't really know much other than she has a crush on Gojo.
Yeah, she's kind of the mysterious one. I feel like Miwa is going to be like important later.
And Momo.
Yeah.
Because
she just had like exposition with.
She's just a mean girl friend to Mai, essentially.
She's Gretchen Wieners.
Yeah. So
with a broomstick.
Yeah, with a broomstick and wind powers. So yeah, that's basically that. But so yeah, they're dealing with like trying to investigate the curse. They find out Megumi went to that middle school from like the delinquents. There's some gags with our two others with Megumi, which
weren't funny. I didn't like them.
We stated here we don't like their jokes too much. The only thing I thought I liked was when they're like, oh yeah, these tough guys, they bungee jump off the bridge to show courage. He's like, oh wow, people that are stupider than me. It's like, that's a good joke.
That was funny. So you know how like in
Yuji, it's a good one.
In fiction, there's like the idea of like having foils, like having like a Naruto and a Sasuke.
You have someone that's humorous or like,
yeah, it's almost like having like you're having two characters that are so different that they bring out the best traits in each other. Like their differences shine a light on each other, but Yuji and Nobara are like basically the same.
Yes.
So every time there's like a comedic scene, they're just on the same page, which is like fine sometimes, but like it is just becoming the bit. It's just like them being buddy humor, which part of me is like I kind of like having the main shonen character have like a best friend like that, because I feel like I can't think of too many. Especially a girl, especially having the best friend Joki be a girl.
The female character actually being like that, and not just being like the lovey-dovey, like goo doll eyes over like the main character or like the edgelord or the Vegeta or like the Sasuke kind of thing.
So in that way, I like it, but at the same
Sakura,
time,
as we call her, how we call it,
because they can't all be Winries. They can't all be like really interesting
Kohakus.
It can't be Kohakus. I love Kohaku.
It can't be Power. Like Power and Denji are like pretty, like probably the best version of this.
Yeah, Power and Denji are really good because like they still butt heads enough because Power is so conceited. But Nobara doesn't really like butt heads with Yuji anymore. No, like she did it
He's only pissed. Only pissed that he like didn't that he was dead. But yeah. Even then, like her and Megumi didn't like really like bond super heavily compared to like
despite being together for months.
Yes, she's been together with him longer than with Yuji.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
The one thing I do like about this little episode is that like, because I was annoyed that what's his name, the black-haired kid, Megumi. First I was annoyed that he wasn't like being forthcoming, but then I thought about like, no, he's a high schooler and he's kind of an edgelord. Of course he wouldn't want to talk about his middle school.
He's a known quiet guy for the most part. Like, so he's not an asshole, but he just likes to keep to himself more. Yeah. And especially like if it's something like private, like whatever happened to his sister, like, and if it's gonna be related, it's gonna fucking bother him, and he wants to do it himself, like every other character in like any other anime or manga. And I like that he kind of was shutting down, like he just couldn't even engage with them. He shut down, but the best thing is he wouldn't like try to push him away when they came to him. Like he was like, okay, guys, let's do it then. It's great. Like, it's nice to see for a change instead of just like trying like, no, you can't come with me, or like, let me try to trick you to like not bring you with me. Because you can hit the beats of like the character having like a troubled past and being like isolationist, but then having him just immediately connect with his friends. Okay, I'm on board. Because they all like, oh yeah, you're obviously fucking hiding something from us, like especially after your sister. That's a red flag there. So yeah, I think you mentioned it, but so his sister apparently also went to this bridge. Yeah, because when they talking about like all the guys that died all went to that bridge, and then the one delinquent that they were messing with earlier, delinquent A or delinquent B, I forget which one, but that was a funny joke. Yes, too. I like that joke. He brought the girl in and just said, "Oh, I went there with a test of bravery with your sister," and then it was like it's a kind of dramatic thing, and then like. Then you learn like his sister is like comatose essentially, and they don't know when the curse is going to take hold of her. Yeah, so that's what I thought was interesting, because it seems like the thing that activates the curse is like entering a doorway. So if she's bedridden, then she's not going to be going in and out of buildings. So and I seen the affect them like it felt like at least like 15 years later, because like all the guys who died were like 34, 35 years old. Oh yeah, that's right. And yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yep. So I think the implication, they haven't expressed this yet, but the way that Megumi was explaining it was similar to the cursed womb. Yeah. So I'm guessing that it's probably a finger. There's probably been a finger inserted here. That's why Mojito is sending his two-mouthed man. His chimera. His chimera. So it also like because all the students that went there they were found unconscious like at like on the bottom of like the bridge and everything, which is interesting.
With no memory too.
Yeah. So yeah, we have all that. Then we get all this character moment with Megumi kind of like contemplating, learning about like okay, this is that curse that you dealt with. It's just way above your guys' level. Like second grades aren't high enough either. We don't have enough men to send like really in there. And you got to think, okay, we have to take this out now. We have a time limit before the girl fucking dies.
Yeah. I do also love when they keep saying second grades because I imagine like second graders being deployed to fight the curses.
Yeah.
Like children.
Oh, the what's it called? But with the one teacher's like, I hope to God we can get her in time. 'Cause they have to like lie to like not tell them what's going on. It's not supernatural. Like, oh, this is just they're helping me work on my paranormal paper for college where I talked about how ghosts can affect electrical appliances. I'm like, that's a hell of a fucking like.
Yeah, seems like this can like. They kind of annoy me sometimes.
I mean, well, the girl was also like seriously. You could tell she was going through like mental trauma. She wasn't even really listening to her, because she was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna be next, aren't I?" The door at my family's home branch shop was like,
and she was. I think she even said like, "You're clearly like asking questions about this. This must be like a phenomenon, like a real thing. I should be worried about."
It's like we're the Men in Black, man.
Basically, and that's like. So, before we end this, because I think we can end this now. Oh, well, actually, let's finish it up. So, I have a thing I want to talk about.
That's right, because, what's it called? But Mojito and Geto, because they remember they were talking with, like, the guy they're kind of marrying, and they have the Death Painting Wombs 1 to 3. Remember, they stole from... They stole from the Jujutsu Academy.
Oh, that's what those things were. Okay, yeah, they were, like, in the test tubes.
Yes.
Okay.
It was for the paintings. So, but yeah.
Really interested to see where that's going to go.
Yeah, he's wondering why haven't they destroyed these fucking horrible objects that they keep locked up? Why not? Like, they could easily exercise them all.
Yeah.
Gojo could literally, like, vaporize them with a pure thought. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's probably, like, a finger, like you said. And they have a finger, too. They stole, like, several fingers, I think.
Weren't they stolen? Remember during the
they stole, like, several fingers and 3 of the paintings.
Yeah.
So.
And as I said before, like, the bad guy's goal is like the same as the good guys. Like they just want to give Yuji the fingers, I think, right?
Yes.
That's my understanding.
They want to get Sukuna out for reasons we do not know, but Sukuna like has his own plan, which we do not know anything about.
Sukuna's been really absent.
Yes.
For a bit.
Will he come back by the end?
He's got to have one last scene.
I think Megumi will have some kind of transformation because Sukuna.
Ooh, I hope so.
Because Sukuna was very interested into him, and then maybe that will be when he pops out.
So we've been teased this new power, this new Megumi power. He has some hidden forever ago,
or he has some dormant power in him, or something like that.
The part when he like put his hand through the earth. So, really hoping that we see that fucking power. We need a good like climax of the season. I feel like they're not going to skimp on that.
Yeah, but it's basically the episode ends with them going through the domain. It's like not a complete domain; it's a partial domain.
Yeah.
And yeah, and they have it's like a 100% death rate in this, like going in here. So.
And then the moment they enter. Mojito's monster creature, the two mouth thing, runs in at the same exact moment.
I like Jim. You're forgetting. He better hit 100% of those black flash punches like during this.
He's gonna get like 9 black flashes. I'm calling it right now.
It's supposed to be a hard thing. There's no way he can break the record right already.
It's supposed to be so hard, and yet he did it.
He did it very easily.
He like tied the record.
Yeah, he did tie the record
on his first day.
The first time, even the first day learning about it.
So I mean,
it only works if you have Toto next to you.
Yeah, with his like split second, like he can like process like information in like 1 second, like not even like 0.01 seconds.
Yeah.
So I was being like, I'm being a little bitch right now talking about the show, but I really do want to see some more Black Flashes. The Black Flash gets me so excited.
Yes.
Oh, another correction actually. So yes. I saw this online. Nobody actually said this to us yet because our Black Flash episodes haven't aired yet. But we describe it as Crunchyroll described it, which is a Black Flash is like 2.5 times your normal power.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Okay.
It's a mistranslation. So it is 2.5 times or to the times of how much you do. So like, you know when you do like the little caret, so like 10 to the 10th power?
Yes.
So this is your attack to the 2.5th power. So it's the difference of like I think someone did the math of like in like a comment I read that was basically like if Yuji were to do like one punch that was like worth 100 damage, if it was like 2.5, it would just be what, like 350
I guess.
extra. But if with this, the actual one, it's like
I'm-
closer to like 10,000. Like
I'm tired of the fucking power levels, multiple power levels in this fucking anime.
the only thing you have to know is that Black Flash is like
Does Toto not do it?
immensely stronger.
As Toto just does it, I feel like he just vaporizes like everybody. So basically, yeah, the episode ends with them fighting one of the paintings. The painting monster, because he fed one of them to a human.
Yeah.
So the weird, ugly chimera that's probably going to be like destroyed, like very quickly by somehow.
My big question here is, what is the curse? Like, why did the curse suddenly activate?
We'll find out. Will Nobara, will she job out like she normally does, or will she get one good hit and then job?
I hope she doesn't job, because what their the pair off is, it's going to be Megami and Nobara versus the womb painting, the poison curse painting womb, and then it's going to be Yuji versus the curse. No, sorry, I'm
It's the opposite way. Yeah, it's the opposite way.
Yeah, Yuji's going to fight the two mouth guy, and then they're going to fight the curse that is suddenly triggered after 15 years of dormancy, I guess.
Yeah, Mojito, the monster he makes, the designs are not great for them so far.
They aren't. They're very. That's why
I guess they're maybe they're supposed to be like
jobbers.
No, I guess they're jobber, but I bet like he's going for like the mutated like human look to it, like.
Yeah.
But they can still make a better design off of them than just big mouth.
Some of the curse designs have been so cool. And seeing these designs and seeing Mojito
I think the one
continually make boring designs is boring.
Yeah, I think he made one cool. The one that killed like Junpei's mom, I think, was a cool design. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that one. I think that was like it had like a bunch of legs or something.
Yeah,
that one was actually kind of creepy.
And he never saw it
but
again.
I think that was a curse though. I don't think that was a human curse.
Oh yeah, it probably was just a curse
because it was going after the finger.
Human ones are boring.
Yeah,
so,
the human ones are boring.
Get on a Mojito.
The idea of like, because I liked the idea when he was like, I'm trying to make like the human as big as possible and like small as possible.
Oh yeah, the weird test ones he had were very like.
Those were actually creepy.
Yes.
But then these are just like, okay, it's just like a monster that is going to get killed.
Even Junpei's one was really boring too.
It was kind of.
It was just a big crocodile.
Yeah. It kind of looked like that one monster from Nightmare Before Christmas, the one that has the
eyes in his mouth. Or?
Yes, the one with snake fingers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's the one. He's like the monster hiding under the bed. He's like one of the first ones you see, I think.
Yeah, kind of.
He had like a big, like kind of long, stretchy neck face.
Yes. So.
All right, this one went longer than I thought.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about with some of the bullshit.
Oh, actually, okay. One last thing I want to say. So, for the future of the series, seeing that this is kind of the pattern of the story, I'm a little like not excited to see more arcs that are like this, where it's like the characters go to a scene, do interviews, and then the fight happens. Like for me, the tournament arc was just like so much more exciting, so much more fun. Because it was so much more comfortable. Like,
and the humans have way more interesting powers. The curses don't. They're just kind of like strong. Even the bad guy curses, they don't really have like. Mojito has the power like if he touches you, you're dead. And that's kind of like a power because it's just like okay, this is not really easy to keep away from him. Is like
it works really well with the idea of a domain because like the whole like thing of a domain is like it's an instant hit, so it makes him like really threatening.
Yeah.
But as we said, like. I don't think his monsters are creepy,
and it's hard when Gojo, because they literally had to make a plot point in the episode where like, oh, Gojo's gone for a week. It's literally how they had to write around it.
I can't believe how wrong I was that they didn't like seal Gojo in like a cage or something. Like, he's just still out there. He's still fine.
Or just like rip out his eyes.
That'd be cool. I would be down with that.
But like, yeah, we'll see what the arc ends with, because it's weird that they just have this mini arc at the end after these two big arcs we kind of go with.
It feels really strange.
A bunch of small arcs compared to a lot of other stuff, which is, other shonens where they just have these long arcs going on.
Because, like, ending with the Black Flash and Boogie Woogie, I would have been like, Jujutsu Kaisen is, like, amazing.
Or even having the baseball episode as, like, the epilogue.
Oh, yeah.
Episode at the end of the season. It's weird that this is just there.
Yeah.
But hopefully there's a point, but I'm not too excited with the villains right now because they're kind of like all boring for the most part, and like I said, none of them die, so they don't really have it. Like they find the last villain, like he found like a thrill to fight or something like that, and that was like the character arc, and then they got out alive. Mojito got the same thing, like, and then he's gonna continue back to him just touching and making monsters. We don't know anything about the main human bad guy with them, but like. We haven't seen anything with the cuttlefish. The Krakatoa volcano head guy is just...
He's fine now.
He's fine now. He's just staying quiet.
Yeah, there's just so many. There's so many villains.
Like, yeah. So, I don't know.
We'll see.
It's not so many villains. Just a small group of them, but we only learn about even the one recent one from the tournament arc, we don't know much about anyway, other than just like they're nature based.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just comparing it to like the ending of the Chimera Ant arc. I won't go into spoilers, but there's a lot of like villains that die in that arc.
Yes,
and the arcs that they go on are so satisfying that when they die, it's like it feels like a tragedy.
This character served a tragedy. They served their purpose though. Like
yeah, when this character, the Tree Man, goes through his arc and he's still alive, I'm just like, are we just gonna see his arc again? Is he just gonna do the arc again?
This Mojito like has like that thing of killing a friend that Yuji had. And like I see him like accumulating to a fight where Yuji's gonna be the one to finish him off. Even though they could have easily finished him off when he crawled into the sewers, where they had that guy in the sewers but didn't find him.
All right, we can't keep being mad about that.
We are very mad about that.
All right,
that's why everybody says, "Oh yeah, that first arc kind of meh," but that tournament arc though.
The tournament arc is fun because it does it does what Jujutsu Kaisen does best, which is being action shonen.
It does what Record Right Now does, but it has a fight between two characters, and you get backstory in the fight, and that makes it really interesting. So when the fight ends, or it's satisfying.
There's no fluff. Like, everything is right where it needs to be.
The whole the panda fight is great for that.
Yeah, and that was like one of the lesser ones in the arc.
And the Maki Mai fight.
Amazing animation.
Yes. Maki versus the world.
Oh, we actually I'll pull the comment up. We got an awesome comment the other day.
Awesome comment?
I think this is so confusing for Eric.
So yeah, Jim, we record these in batches, and I think out of this one, only like the tournament arc is still going on. Like
yeah. So the Maki Mai episode just came out, the fight between them, and we got a really cool comment because I kept talking about the animation, and we got a comment that basically said like who the animators were for some scenes. So I want to read this comment. So this is from Zip's Stream. It's Stream, but with a Z.
Struggled there.
So the section of Maki vs. Miwa in the water was animated by Verkreek. Also did the Itadori and Nanami tag team beatdown of Mojito in episode 13. The animator for the cut of Miwa flipping her hair back hasn't been identified. But if I were to make an uneducated guess, I'd say Naoya Takahashi. So I just really appreciated that they know that I love the scene where Miwa flips her hair back, and they wanted to let me know something. So thank you, Zips Upstream.
Jim was like so excited about that scene that he rewatched it. So
fun fact. This is the last thing we end on. So I looked up the fight scene on YouTube because I wanted to watch it again.
At 60 FPS?
No, never. But the fucking idiot dumbass who uploaded that fight cut out the scene where Miwa flips her hair back.
Oh my god.
They cut the scene out. Why would they cut that out? That part is such cool animation.
A lot of people who post fights from anime are bad and dumb.
They only look for the scenes where the big anime punches are happening.
In the 60 FPS and this bump of the FPS.
What I'm waiting for is 120 FPS.
Oh, our eyes will not be comprehended.
It's like bleeding.
Only Gojo's beautiful eyes can comprehend that.
Only Gojo's. They make technologies for like 400 frame rates for Gojo.
His infinity eyes. So
he does have special eyes.
They're very like the prettiest shade of blue eye that I've ever seen in any anime.
His eyes are better than Jotaro's eyes, which is crazy.
Damn, that's a fight, a death battle, a staring contest between Star Platinum versus Gojo.
All right, and on that, I think we'll end it.
All right,
you want to plug us up?
Oh, I did the intro. You can do the plugs.
All right, thank you so much for listening to our Jujutsu Kai Quest on Wednesday.
My dudes.
Jujutsu Kai Quest on Wednesday. You can follow us on Twitter. We are at Jokakaka Podcast. You can follow me. I'm at King Protus.
Follow me at Gokaikun.
You can also give us an updote. I want to say updote. Give us an upvote. Give us a like, a thumb up. Give us an up, Carlton. Join the Discord, subscribe to the channel. We have a few more of these left. We have 2 more left.
2 more, yes.
I'm so excied. I want to see this show end on a high note. I'm fingers crossing.
We'll have some other videos, like part 3 videos, and some other surprises probably be out by the time this comes out.
When this episode comes out, there should be a few more.
Yeah.
So
before we even say what those are.
Yeah, I don't want to say them out loud. I don't want to make them real yet because they're not real.
How can our eyes be real?
They're real to you, but not to me.
Okay, all right.
So I think that's it. So thank you again for tuning in at Jujutsu Kai Quest Wednesday.
Yes.
Tune in next Wednesday for hopefully a fun action scene.
It is part 2 of this episode, so
hopefully a fun action scene.
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope they didn't blow all their load with Maki and Miwa.
They very well may have.
We'll find out.
All right. Have a great night.
Have a great evening.
Or evening. Have a great Wednesday.
Have a great morning.
Goodbye.